Hello everyone, I'm Palpatine001 aka the Senate, and we are back with Cities Skylines 1 with the Race Day DLC, the Renewed History DLC, and the Brutalism DLC, or I should say content packs. Now I'm going to release the simulator just to keep things building. So we have built our race circuit for the cruisers, the hypercars, and the Formula 1. Well, Formula whatever. I've also, and this will be done at a much later date, because I gotta wait till the season here, we've built our circuit event for the marathon and the parade. Bike, I can extend to later on. But that will be done when we do the city centre, so not a major one right now because we are just no one there at the moment. But I will put in these water pipes. As for electricity, we're really a little bit too far back for me to really worry about, so just in fact, actually these are for what we're doing. Oh, there's an aircraft flying around because we've built the aviation club. Yes, that's very good news. That's that going. So I'll let him fly around doing the tour. So we have built, as you can see, we have built the raceway circuit, and we are preparing for the parade and marathon, which can then extend into the cycleways, cycle racing later on. Now with the GPs, the racing circuit, basically the track's there. It's 8.14 kilometers long. It has the 3 types of races, which are all scheduled now. I'm going to schedule a couple of more tier 5, which is the big ones. And I've got supporting things there like hotels, a shopping mall. Commercial is laid down, so the tourism district is set. And then I'll set down the leisure district later. We've got the public transport all set up, as in the metro for the moment. I'll go and do the bus, which cut across basically right to left over the road we're just going over now. And we'll continue to do more as the city gets critical mass behind, and I can add more things to it. You can see the bus station I'm just going over now, and the rail station that I'm just going over now as we head towards the port and the industry. And and that's that one finished. That was quick. We've just dropped into Papatok real quick, so he bombed out. But you can see this is where it is here, and I think that's an intercity train. Yeah. And I've also got the mod, the policy enabled citywide to scroll. So you can go flying around, and I've got the blimps and the helicopter and this as well. I've also got, so we'll just keep this going. I also have the blimps set up, well, put down. I haven't got them running yet. And that's the fish factory. And I've also got, so you will see, there's a blimp stop here. And there's one, where did I put the second one? Somewhere over here. Oh, there he goes again. The camera must have dropped out. but he's flying around. And we've also got a helicopter stop put in, which we'll have to bend around quite hard. Now, did I put in the helicopter depot? Yeah, there it is. He just hasn't got his water connected yet either. Ha 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 ha. And the idea behind the helicopter one is that's why you've got transit for everybody else. You also have... okay, so that's the old mod of the thing's too big and the garbage is never cleared. Scenario. So the helicopters will go backwards and forwards, say, from the city centre area. For the VIPs. As I said earlier, you've got the first hotel in here. So these will pick up when the commercial and office picks up, which we're just starting to get now as we get more population pushing forward, but we've got to still do a lot of population work, so a lot more residential. So there's the metro station, the bus and intercity bus there, and the rail, which will be also intercity rail connecting there. So a lot to still be done. We've got the basics. We've got the basics in place. We've got another hotel here. So as I said, we've just got to push it. We've just got to push this up. Did I put in offices? Should, in all honesty, put in some offices, because that would facilitate the administration of the GP and that. So that would be a fair point. But it's also telling me we need industry to get going as well, which it will do. And I could probably set up the next specialized. So I've got farming and forestry. So the next one likely to be set up is ore. So that would be the next one if this picks up sufficiently. But you can see it's all set up. Got the metro there that goes over. And first event at the moment is not set till... Fortunately, I've got real time, so the game slows down. So this is going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we get there. So we're not technically due to the first race until November. I'm just going to see. I've just got to be careful. I can't stack the dates too close. So we do want to see if we can get an April one off the ground, if it's going to let me. So let's schedule an event. Schedule, because we only have one tier 5 event. Oh, okay, we're at max out. Okay, that's fine. So we just go. Which means I might suspend this event and bring this up to a tier 4. No, go straight up to tier 5. Put that back in. Okay. So basically, you've just got to let the simulator rip. And as the population grows, this will I can get more things added in here to build the attractiveness up. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to... I will get the BLIMP going. Now, I'm not going to use the big Zeppelins. Wrong city for that. That's when I'm doing like a Soviet nuclear punk kind of thing, which is what the city is not. So, we won't go down that path. I want, because I believe in my cycleways, especially with oil the way it is right now, and we have the policy of everyone should be driving an EV, which is currently city policy. There's no point doing that one. because you've got the electric car in place, and it just drops it down anyway. So let's put in the next blimp stop. Let's just yeah. So that's excuse me. So that's fine. Let's just aircraft blimp stop. Oh, helicopter stop, blimp stop. Don't want too many of these in here, otherwise it becomes very long-winded. Now what you do is you put in 2, because that will become, otherwise they all back up, trying to get into the one stop. Now I've only got the one there. I only need to connect one for the moment, because the last one would go here, somewhere over here. I would have, if I've going to have blimps overflying the city centre, that would be done separately. But these blimps are for the race circuit. Control C, Control V are your friends, people. Use them. Whoops, that was a miss. Okay, let's put in the lines quickly. I might as well get them going. Blimp pathway. Woohoo! And I should have. Where's the next one? He's there, so... Oh, that was rude. Because the game glitched. I haven't got Anarchy on, have I? Yes, I have. It just alerted to me having Anarchy on. What one's enabled? What one am I building? Oh, crap. It looks like the helicopter stopped. Wrong one. I was wondering what was going on there. I gotta keep him away from the helicopters. So, basically what you do is you have a nice view of the circuit. Now, where is that other blimp stop? There you go. And that's the leg. Now, I've got to get him from the blimp depot to get there first, so... There we go. Now, as a city policy, and this is always enabled because I'm the good mayor, it will be set to... Yes, we've got unions. It's a city service, actually. Yeah. So we've got recycled plastic. So we've got educational blimps to be no cost. So instead of having advertising all the crap, soft drinks, food, and everything else, we do educational campaigns because reasons. Doesn't work when you're flying the big zeppelins, so it's a redundant policy. Okay, let's set up the route. See, that's all set up for the Zeps. If I was to do the huge big Zeps. Just make sure I've got these named. Otherwise... Oh, that's right. That doesn't allow me to do that. I've got to make sure whatever that was, it's turned it back off. So they should all be now named. Blimps and Zeppelins and monorails are often my two most well utilised and profitable ventures in public transport. Go figure. So I can make monorail work despite everyone else unable to. Irony in a nutshell. Don't forget to have a drink. Sip a drink, whatever you're drinking today. Blimps. Blimps, blimps, blimps. This is going to be fun to watch if there's ever a race going. So. 1. Now there will be slight backlog on this one. So they come up and down. But when you've got a through service going, you have them come up one way and come down the other. So I can easily extend that over later on. We've got our first blimp, everyone. Well, soon to be. So what we'll do is I'll go in here and disable that one for the moment. There's no need to keep it on. Sweet. I will... Ugh. I'm also going to get the buses running. I need to do the cross buses from... excuse me. It's actually interesting. So he'll come across here because this also forms up a metro run. So he'll connect into here and go into here. Then I'll have another one coming probably down here. Somewhere over here. And then I'll have one going up the bus mall. So this is a pedestrian area. Connecting up here, coming back down, and then one going out that way. So as I said, there's method to the madness. And everything. Line overview. Okay, I hate when that does that. Keeps dropping down. Oh, have I not named that one? Oh dear. Oh very dear. I don't like not naming my stops. In Cities Skylines 2, I have the mod that automatically does it. So this it's not a major, unless the mods are unless it's really crap the bed. That's just gonna get reasons. Prefix 1, color white. Four. Yeah, that will do. But ticket prices. Actually, that one's going to fall outside, so that one will be a higher one. As you can see. So you got that one. We're not doing passengers. This is just a tourist one. If it starts running away, I'll push it up to the 60. Tourist. And the color is white. So that's all set to go. Yeah, if we start going for a run, I will take it up to that one. That's just going to look damn funny. But whatever. So the next part to do is, I'm just going to jump back down to here quickly. What one was that I just put in? Is that the food truck? Oh, it's the food truck. It jumped over. That's a save coming in. I can hear it. So just put in that. Small fountain plaza because reasons. It's always with the reasons. Just gives... it does build the attractiveness up of the... city. Okay, so that's a no. Statue plazas always look good. And then see if I can get him. Somewhere over here forming in. It just builds the attractiveness level up, that's all. And then what we will do is bus stops. I'll get them in. And then we'll let the simulator rip again as I do some more zoning across Henderson and that. And then as we just, because I still need to get the critical mass up to get the commercial up. And I also need to set up the railway too. So get him going. So where's the bus stop? There. So. Oh, that's right. It creates... That's right, it's very different from CS2, where you have to put the stops in first and then you go at it. Now, I think this is an intercity, yeah, bus intercity. So that's the intercity, that's the bus. So away we go. You watch this. I do have standards that I actually do follow doing this. Let's flip this up so I can see it. Don't need him to drop into there, but I will get him to drop into there. Yeah, I really need another north-south connection across in here. There's a big gap in the bus line across here. Okay, so that's that set up. So we'll go in here and go and... Bus lines are all doing well. So we will set to... It's the standard prefix. Should be the 40 biofuels. I'm actually going to take it to standard plus. Should change that out to an articulated biofuel. And everything else should be Oh well. Set out. All that leads me to do is name it. And we're done. Take that off. Oops. Take that off. Flip over. And basically let the simulator rip. And that will just work its way through. No point doing anything about that yet. We're not ready. Now we should have blimps coming across shortly. And I'll wait till it gets there. Actually, let's pause it first. Let's build up some more. And then we'll jump back over into... And I do need just a tiny little park in here. No. Okay. Yeah, so basically I need another line basically connecting up here if I was to look at the bus system. So that would come out from Owera, come down. Basically it's running, although, yeah, running in parallel, coming back across, and it'll come down and back out. In fact, we are going to do that. So, let's see what way is that connected that direction. Doesn't matter. So you would have him. That's another service for another day. Down. Yeah, see, they're happy now that... I only need the smallest of bus services to... I believe that's all zoned commercial at the moment, so that's the reason why you won't see... not much particular there at the moment. Now that forms a cross path. So some stops I will keep close. Now he's already there, so what you're doing is basically running him back the other way. Don't need to do anything there. Bring him in. He should be coming around from that angle. I'm just wondering if the bus depot's just you see how they're happy? So you push that one further up, which means I don't need one till there. Some stops are shorter, some stops are longer. It's just depending what I'm needing to achieve. In that case, that one can go there, because that means it eliminates the need for that one. And they're in close proximity. Which is fine. So we're back into here. Where is it? So that will be just a standard. Color I am going to change. Oof. Yep, that color is real hunky. Real. Oh, let's all hang on to our guts kind of stuff. Let's go. A little bit better. Auto name. It's fine, and that's should be all set up too. Yay. So that covers that one. As I said, the reason why you mightn't see stuff there, if I was to check the zoning, yeah, it's commercial zoning, which hasn't caught up yet. So, of course, it's going to be... Oh, sorry, that's a big 6-laner. Don't usually like dropping those... Sorry, that's a mistake. I don't usually like dropping those on big 6-laners. And for that matter, I will shove in the CS1 parks are much bigger than the CS2 parks, which is always a fun time. So that covers there. And I don't actually have the botanical gardens. Huh. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to demolish things out for that, so I might stick him in. Actually, I do have them. Might stick him in there, and you know what? Stick him in there. Yeah. So what we'll do is let's just get some more residential in here. And I'll default, because it's low density residential, so I'll go to my favorite one. It's been one of my most reliable, and it is Dutch. Actually, given how that's been done, that actually pushes over to that one. So you can use that one there. You don't need to go too close to the railway line, and then switch over to... Oops. Scroll. Where is it? Most of these assets are 10 years old and are still reliable today, and are still my favorite to use today, as they were back then. Now, oh, I don't like when it does that. I am just wondering, I mightn't actually be able to get them under here. No, okay, so that's fine. So that's going to be so this is going to be a little island in of itself. That's okay. So I'll just switch back over. Nice little island. If anything, I could probably get a pedestrian path under there and connect it through a pedestrian path, which would be... Where are they? Yeah. So that would connect up later on. So, yeah, you don't need to go panicking through that. And that would support... I am going to... just need to build another playground. Oh, I haven't put the taxis in yet. Ha! Oh, and we've also got the tours as well. Oh, well, that's stuff you do later on. I'll actually get to the taxis in just a minute. So I'll put on the bouncy castle in this case. And I should put on the doggo park, otherwise I'm going to know about it. And high density. I don't want to put too much in at once, because then what happens is you end up flooding it, and then it goes a little bit backwards there. So that puts that enough in there. We'll put some commercial into here, and I will drop the road down. So basically these two are going to connect up to here, and likely to put a rail station in here too. Must connect that. Might be a bit pointless putting in that rail station for the moment. So, going for a scroll, which seems to be half your time building this stuff. Trees and... If I'm not doing bus lanes, I'm doing trees and cycle lanes. That's a ground path. Take that back off. I like it when you... Sometimes you've just got to force it. In this case, you do. Now, train station. It is a train station. And I need to connect the track up with it too. Wrong one. That's metro. Train. So I am looking... Content creator. Train stations. Which ironically includes the metro. So there is a specific railway station I'm looking for. Ground bypass. Will be a bypass because it doesn't need intercity. Ah, I don't need it that big. And CS2 it allows you to connect up. CS1 it does not. And that's the safe kicking in. So what I need to... And it's not going to let me do it. And you can't connect to the tracks either. So what I need to do is basically figure that backwards. Use the bike lane road. Because I can come back to it later. Jump back to the station. This is where CS2 does then have its advantages. I can easily adjust that. So, put him there. And all I have to do is just bend the track around a little bit further. The reason why it's a bypass is it's going to be picking up it picks up a intercity line. So if we follow this back, there's the station there. And I am going to shove in another one. No, yes. See, that's a dual platform. And I'm allowing intercity trains. So, of course, I don't need intercity to serve as a suburban station, so it bypasses. And like most CS2 stations, unless you have the add-on or it's stated otherwise, it's only one way. And we don't allow intercity trains to use it. Now, what I could do is I'm just wondering if I bring the buses off it. The answer is likely to be yes. So we default over to, and this is, again, love the assets built up over the last decade and a bit. I should have a small version of this, which I do. Alright. You're probably not going to let me because of that. Now that's going to... Shouldn't throw a strop. It would have done in days of old. Okay, I'm going to have to actually demolish said station. Fine in of itself, just slight inconvenience. And just rebuild the track. because then I can just go back to the road. Now that's very close to the roundabout, which is somewhat of a... It's better. There's two ways I can spin that around. It's basically, it's going to be close to the roundabout either way, and I don't want to use that as a... Ooh, don't like when that happens. So you're just going to have to play on like and leave it. So that's the station connected in, so I can bring him offline. And I can push that on. Again, another park. Nope. Actually, we'll build it on this side. Allows that to happen. Okay, so that should be enough for the moment to get us going. You only do this in small bits. And that will leave... I'll do the intercity rail next time. I thought I had connected that one up. No. Scroll, 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 scroll. No, not that one. Power lines, they're ornamental in CS1, CS2 they actually mean a lot because they have load bearing capacity. So you can see how the game has evolved over the last 10 years or so. Yeah, I'll do the intercity rail later. Not needed for the moment. I've got the buses that can do it. But that's for next time. And we'll let me bring it back into thing. It's daytime, of course. And they will develop when they're ready to do so. Oh, the one thing I forgot to do. Taxis. Got the bus lanes and all that, and what do I forget to do? Taxis. Ugh, that is a real... That was real clever. Not. So, we'll get them in. Oh, I do have them in. Because that's already picking up. Now, these will attach to the side of the road. Which can be a bit of a pain. Ah, no, because that's telling me it's a pedestrian road. I have got them to use them more than CS2, so... Wait on the side of a roundabout. Why not? That's a lot of buses returning to the depot. I'm just wondering if they're doing a big swap out. Never mind. Let it run its course. What I do want to do is... Where is he? Oh, here they go. They're off. So what we'll do is we'll... Because I have to wait for everything to catch up. It's going to take a blimp. And if you want to know what they look like... yeah, that's telling you, team. Go and brush your teeth. Public announcement. As I said, brush your teeth. Books! You know those things called books? Are the way to... wisdom. See? Listen to the blimp, people. Listen to the blimp. Oh, we're maxing out. That might be... Okay. Increase the capacity. As I said, I can get the monorail to work, which is ironic. There we go. Let's watch the blimp and see what happens. Basically, once these start their circuit, we shouldn't have the backup as we've got now. Travel in style to the race, as they say. On a blimp. And that concludes the blimp rides. The commercials come up too, so that's why we're seeing, you might have seen some construction going on while the blimps were flying. And we've also got some, looks like we've got some new residential coming up as well. Yep, and which is also giving... Yep, that's the tourism. The tourism's kicked off. So we've got we've actually put the things in, and we've actually now got commercial slowly starting to kick in, which is a very good thing. That's always very good to see. I think we also caught some office come off. Yeah, and they're going to complain about lack of skilled workers because we just don't have the demand yet, and I need to get some universities off the floor. So we're in full flight. Our first race is not for a while yet. So not till the middle of the year looking at that. So we've got a little while to go yet. Which is a case of just let the simulator run. And I don't think Henderson had any style districts put behind it. No, it didn't. It's high density and then the low density comes along later. Although that's the low density has been built as well. So we're all action stations. We're all go. We're looking very well. And the city is continuing to develop well, including the Brooklands and Queens area. That's coming along. All coming along nicely. To which is where I'll leave you with that. We will be jumping back over to Cities Skylines too because there's content coming up this week that should get things moving. I will jump back into a recording of Pacifica City when we get a race underway. Unfortunately, the first race is not due till the 11th. And we're only in March, so we've got a bit of a way to go yet. Otherwise, it becomes more sustained once we get going. So I will return to Pacifica City once we get our first race underway, whether it's here or the city centre. It depends how far I get. In the meantime, we will leave you here as the city continues to develop very well and very nicely. I am there goes the spot, tour planes. I am Palpatine001, aka the Senate, and we're gonna, although it's pretty dark. Okay, the Senate, and this has been Pacifica City with CS1.